Hey, happy
Oh,
Tuesday. KOTG Tuesday.
hey-o.
How's everybody doing?
And what
Bill, good
is
to see you
up?
again.
You see Brian?
There's Zach.
Oh,
Hey
there's
Zach, what's
Zach.
up?
What's going
What
on?
up, brother?
We
Just
got we
making
got
them
a
up
few
In the nick
more
a few
of
seconds
people
ago.
time.
coming in.
I
We'll
saw
be
Olee in the chat, so you know he's around. Maybe he's eating
yeah,
dinner or
Olee.
something. They're finishing something out in the out in the yard.
He said he's probably got the lights on the Kubota out there
He's
Yeah.
got
getting rocks.
chicken nuggets,
Doing one last pass of that
fries.
bird app. All
But hey
right.
man, even though we're short a little in here tonight, we're definitely not short in the chat. It's going off tonight.
No.
It's crazy. Alex Carney was the first one.
Yeah,
Thanks
what's up,
for
Alex?
hanging around. We were a couple minutes late, but not too bad. But hey, happy Thanksgiving, everybody. That's kind of what people are
Yeah.
talking about. Want to know who's on the asked who's on the Wednesdays off club. Hashtag Wednesdays off.
Hashtag must
Me.
be nice.
Yeah, Bill, you said you're on call all week, huh?
Yeah, I'm on call. But it'll be good. A little extra money for the lawn gig next spring, eh?
Yeah.
There you go.
I got Wednesday off, so that's nice. I guess I'm in that club.
Nice.
When you go back to work, you work go back next Monday.
Monday. Yeah, we actually get Thursday, Fridays off, and so Wednesday's kind of like, people are kind of not in the office and not really wanting to be there, so a lot of people just take off or don't show up. So I joined that one.
What's up,
Hey,
Olee?
Olee, what's up?
Hey, ooh.
What's up,
Got your
fellas?
how's it going, man?
Ooh.
What you
I
got? You
like
got
that
some of that
shirt.
Weathers?
What's on that shirt, Ollie? Hey,
Stripe
ooh.
Live.
Stripe light.
I was gonna
That's like
wear
the
his
original.
green one, but then I realized the green screen probably would take over.
Yeah, it'll mess with it.
So it's smart for him to go with the blackout on his shirts, I guess. But yeah, who else was in there? You know, maybe a few less people than we're used to. Some of the originals. It's the holiday season. We debated whether
This
or
is
not
true.
to do a show this week or not, but we figured that we'd do one now. But newsflash, we will not have a KOTG live cast next week. We're gonna do something a little bit different, go on a little holiday break, give us all a chance to focus this week on our families and loved ones, and just kind of lay back, chill out, and relax. So, for those of you who look forward to these KOTG Tuesdays, we will be back the week after that in December. I think it's the 4th, right?
Yeah, I think that's
Do
right.
you want to
Yeah,
say?
29th and then 4th.
Well, we don't gotta say who, but going the next month or two,
Yeah.
we're gonna be guest heavy.
Yes.
And just to try to get some fresh content over the winter. I mean, we've talked about every subject this year so far, so we got some guests on. When I say guest, I mean there's some badass guests. So
I mean, yeah, I'm
um,
surprised, man. You guys have been reaching out, and we've gotten some really cool stuff lined up. So it'll be. I'm excited. Honestly, I'm like, wow. I don't know
there's
how they pulled that off. So this will be fun.
Yeah.
definitely something for everybody, and yeah, I mean, definitely some big companies too.
I'm really excited. It's gonna be a great off season. We don't have much to do in the lawn, so we're gonna be able to pull these companies in and
Yeah.
present them to you guys. Some of you know about, some you don't know about. So excited to learn about the new ones and then get into the nitty gritty with the ones most people know about. So that'll be fun.
And I mean, we can get to since we are doing a Q&A, I mean, if there is a company that you would like to see on, let us know.
Yeah,
Good,
definitely.
good call. Yeah. Well, hey guys, before we go any further, it's Tuesday night, episode 45, Q&A. Let's all grab a glass and keep off the grass.
Yeah, never got a beer.
So I went to a gas station and they still had one of the mystery flavor Mountain Dew Voodoos for this year.
Ooh.
So I decided to grab that. But Ole's got his
Yeah, what do you got there, bud?
Holy Grail, I think you'd call it. You've been searching for that thing for a while.
This is one of them. I'm hoping to try them all. And I'd stuck something in a story about, hey, I'd like to find some wellers. And a couple guys reached back and buddy, making friends over Instagram and stuff, which is pretty cool. Josh hooked me up, man.
That's awesome.
Yeah, he's out in
That's
Ohio,
awesome.
found a bottle. And what's crazy is this right here probably goes for a couple $100. I think if you buy it in a store, it's less than $50 if you, luck up.
Wow. Dang.
Wow.
I'm gonna
And
send
he's
him
in
a
the
couple
chat,
cases
right?
of, huh?
He's in the chat, Joshua Bell.
Yes, sir.
Give a shout out to Joshua Bell.
Thank
Oh,
you, man.
man.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm
Getting
gonna
that
send him
Weller.
some cheer wines.
Clutch.
So Drunk Long Guy, I'd like to see Bush on. I think him and Nate maybe should team up and try to get Bush on the show.
You would want to see Bush on here.
Nate and Drunk Long Guy's Bush, right? So we got some great questions. I mean, we put this out to you guys, and we got some great responses. So we appreciate you guys contributing to tonight's episode. We had some really funny questions. We had some really serious questions. We had some really offensive questions. So we may touch
ones
on
we might not answer on the show.
touch on all of those. We'll see how the time goes for it. But
yeah. Hey, and if you think of something, ask in the chat. We'll get to as many as we can. This will be fun. I'm curious to see what folks want to know.
yeah, absolutely. We'll answer live questions too. So jot them down. We're watching the chat.
Brian, I have a list pulled up. Who wants to
go
up with
for
a
it.
question? So I one of the questions that I got in my story I thought was really cool. And I think we would have differing answers, but one was Sterling Wildman said, if all equipment and materials were free, what would you do with your lawn? Basically, like if you could do whatever you wanted, money's no option. What would you do in your yard?
Materials and equipment. So
That's what he said. Yeah, like
fertilizer.
all that
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think with the smallest lawn of the group, of 2,500 square feet, there's not much that I would, you know what I mean? Like equipment wise, I would probably just want to get a newer mower. But as far as material, I'm really happy with the companies I found this year with Simple Lawn Solutions, Pro Pete, Claire's Choice, Olee recommended. So those kind of are my three main ones that I've used this year. And honestly, if money wasn't an option, I would still use those three companies on there. But as far as equipment goes, there's not much more that I could do. I'd look pretty silly on a ride-on lawnmower or something, trying to go around a 10-foot by 10-foot area or something like that. What about you guys?
Yeah.
I'd get irrigation over the whole thing.
Yeah.
I would reel mow the entire thing with the biggest reel mower I could buy, something that Tuckahoe Turf Farms buys.
Yeah.
And then I would also have a fertilizer drone.
Ooh,
yeah.
Nice.
And I'd be flying that thing and fertilizing my lawn with a drone.
That'd be awesome.
That's mine right there.
Night fly drops going on and stuff.
Oh man.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, my yard's pretty small, and I imagine when we move next year, we're probably going to get a typical residential one. So I don't need anything big or epic. But I have been really excited about all these electric equipment and stuff. I'd like to go all electric, but even though I don't really want to reel mow, I think it'd be really fun to get a nice level yard and make it as smooth as you can, and kind of get used to that, and then just have a nice smooth rotary mowed grass would be really fun, or you can get that lush grass where you're walking barefoot, I don't know. That'd be kind of cool.
So Bill,
Olee? I'm excited to see you.
Golf Course Lawn wants to know if you're going to go all liquid next year.
No way, man. I'm too lazy. I would like to try some more like specialty products and stuff. Like I think Olee's got me sold on that molasses. I'm thinking I'm going to use his whatever Fescue Freak code and get me some of that molasses from soil life. I think that'd be
Yeah.
cool to see if that does anything different for me.
See, my thing is the backpack sprayer, right? So I have a Petra Tools. Honestly, only did it once. Just it just feels, again, I got a small lawn, so it just feels like it's a lot
Yeah.
of work to hook that all up and pour it in and walk around spraying it and then clean it out. I think cleaning it out would probably take longer than spraying my whole entire yard.
Yeah.
So I guess I'm a good candidate for simple lawn solution, hose and sprayer or something like that. So
Nice. Yeah. Good quality one that maybe Olee has. How about you, Ollie? What would you do if money was no object and you could do whatever you wanted?
He's got everything.
I know. Does
Oh,
Olee
there's
have
gotta be something
money?
he wishes he had.
No option?
I want to know what Olee would do if he could buy 3 things for
Oh yeah,
Brian's
what three
lawn.
things
If he
would
was,
get?
if you had Brian's lawn, what would be the 3 things you would buy for it?
For
Because
Brian's lawn,
essentially you're a
Yeah,
little
like if
front
that was your,
patch
if
right
that was,
there.
if that was your house and your lawn, like what would be the 3 things you would buy for it?
I'd buy a reel mower
Mm,
for one, and reel cut,
yeah.
and then let's see. He's already got irrigation.
Yeah.
Yep.
He don't have a drone, does he?
Nope.
There you go.
I could probably stand on the top of my house and it would catch all my yard.
Yeah, but the drone's still fun.
You could go look at drunk
Yeah.
lawn guys. You could fly
Yeah.
over there.
I'd do some drone shot of drunk lawn guy's house for him.
But if I could buy, if money was no option here, I'd buy me one of those. I think it's Toro makes looks like a golf cart with a sprayer, big tank on the back, like
Oh
a
yeah.
Ooh,
200 and some gallon tank.
no more tank on the back of your pickup.
Yeah, just that thing is something else. It's got booms and all.
Yeah,
that'd
I've
be
seen
cool.
that.
But
Yeah, with a yard as big as yours, yeah, that'd be helpful for sure.
it'd just be really the coverage and stuff would just be on point. No, you wouldn't miss anything because of foam marker and stuff like that, and you would just be dead on. And it would be more useful for liquids.
Mhm.
But
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
and then maybe, I don't know, one of those big reel mowers that's got like three reels across the front or something.
Yeah,
Well, I get
that's why I
that.
said like that one that Alan Carter uses at Tuckahoe.
Oh yeah,
Big,
that's too much. That's too much. There won't be no stripes.
Yeah, that's true.
Stripes.
2 stripes. Be
You'd
like,
be able to do like a single, double, single, and that was it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whole
It
yard.
takes. That's no time to drink and ride.
There you go. Yeah, you got to balance
it'd
those.
be a good
competing interests.
stripey racer, like a clean slate,
Oh yeah.
wipe the stripes out, and then
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
So I think that kind of touches on the neighbor dominator. He put in a question for us: is would you ever reel mow? And it sounds like for the most part, all of us would reel mow if we could, if we had, again, a big one for Ole's yard. And,
If I did though, I'd want it to, be like 2.5, 3 inches tall.
right. You'd still reel mow. It just wouldn't be the
Close cut.
1/2 inch or 3/4 inch cut.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
You'd
I would.
go
I
taller.
I wish I had more time. See, that's the thing is like maybe not so much equipment, but if you could mow an extra day a week, that would be my thing is like, because then you could do real mowing and keep it nice and short. It's my biggest. That's why the cool season's so nice because you keep it tall and you can most of the time get away with once a week cutting. But I would love to get a second mow in, especially during the spring and the fall. That would be awesome.
hey, Aaron, if you're in the chat, load up.
So
Yeah.
Aaron
Why
actually
not?
he asked another question. Sounds like a smart aleck one. So you guys all want to reel mow. So he's kind of throwing that out there. But Lawn Child, I don't know Lawn Child. You must be new or maybe a different name on Instagram or whatever. But they're asking in the chat, what is one thing about your yard that always bugs you that you wish you could change? I think Olee probably the rocks, right?
Well, the rocks, more, total coverage in irrigation, maybe,
Mm-hmm.
because it's not all irrigated. But yeah, definitely, I'd love to get rid of the rocks, but I'm well on my way on that project.
Yeah, you are.
I'm just a year behind. I'm a year behind, but finally making some ground.
You just had to wait for that cool chainsaw to come out.
Yep.
Well, that's what, doing all this stuff. What's neat is learning off of each other, and basically the way that worked out is I asked a question one day, hey, what will saw deeper than 4.5 inches at a time like a concrete saw? And somebody told me to look up a what's called a cut and break, and it runs 2 blades and it cuts so deep, and then you break the center out and you cut again. Well, I was looking at these cut and breaks on YouTube, and that's when I ran across the actual chainsaw type saw, and that's when I started learning about them things. So
Yeah. I think the one thing that I would change is probably levelness, right? Like I would want to get my ground a lot more level. I hate walking around and finding those ruts and dips, and you start rocking around and your mower starts matching that, and you get a little high cut there and a low cut there and stuff. So I would definitely probably change, and that's something I'll work on over the years, is changing the levelness of my yard. What about you guys, Bill?
I would
Same.
agree. That's always been a thing that annoys me, is having bumps when I'm mowing, messing up my stripes.
Yeah. You said the same thing, Zach?
Yeah, I got in the middle of my backyard. I have like it's like just like a big drop off, like just a little hump, and yeah, I level that out. I scalp it every time.
Yeah. Nice.
So the turf nerd's asking, who slept with more women?
I think from our
with that, Olee, who slept with each other?
yeah,
which cast members slept together?
that's right. Who didn't get to sleep because they
Right.
were sleeping with another cast member, not in the same bed, but in the same vicinity.
I think you know who snores the loudest, right?
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, I know that too.
I broke my own rule. You never go do that without taking earplugs, and I broke my own rule.
That's hilarious.
So Zach, there's a couple questions that Bill got that are specific to Ohio. So I don't know if you want to kind of take these on or whatever, but this one says, I overseeded my front yard. This is from 1/3 basketry. I overseeded my front yard. Can and should I put anything on it now so dandelions and other weeds don't pop up in spring, or wait until early spring? What should I use in Northeast Ohio in full sun?
He's saying right now, like, I mean, there's nothing to put
Yeah.
down to prevent dandelions.
So
in
your
general,
weather's pretty
really.
much
So,
bad, right?
but yeah, I mean, yeah, there's no prevention you could do at this point, other than just having it thick and, encouraging it before that. But I mean, even fertilizer right now in Ohio, I'm in Northwest Ohio. So if he's in Northeast, he's probably like 2 hours from me. He's probably like Cleveland area or so. And yeah, I mean, I wouldn't do anything else. I wouldn't put anything else down around here.
So weather-wise, you guys are already winter weather, and pre-emergents aren't going to work for them right now.
There's
Although
like basically no
be
point in doing that.
down, actually.
Yeah. So essentially, he's going to have to wait till early spring then, and then he can put some type of pre-emergent down.
Yeah, but I mean, that's not going to prevent dandelions, though. I mean, that's going to prevent crabgrass and, a couple other things, but it's not going to prevent dandelions. So, I mean, he's just going to have to work on getting it healthy, getting it thick, and then, he can spot spray dandelions throughout the year if he wants.
Okay.
Yeah, every time I've looked it up, that's always been like, they're easy to kill, but they're not in most broadleaf pre-emergence. So you just have to have a thick lawn to where they can't really get established. And then when you see them, knock them out and they'll die pretty quick. Granted, I don't know how bad his dandelion infestation
Jamie
is
Speed
every year.
Zone, that's good.
Yeah. Doesn't elaborate dandelion issue, but yes, pretty much spot spray. Work on thickening up that turf, so crowd out all the weeds. Basically, will be the best one. And then the other one was, and it may not be specific to Ohio, but it just says, I know fall is the best time to do a lawn renovation, but can you do in the spring too? And he's in Ohio. It's Devin.
We actually talked about that, I don't know, on an earlier episode about,
What was the question?
If you can do a full lawn renovation, he said like he knows it's best to do it in fall, but can you also do one in spring?
Yeah, we talked some debates about that this early in the year. I would say you can do it in the spring. I wouldn't be scared to try it, but if I had my preference, I'd probably pick the fall, but you definitely could do it in the spring, I'd say.
Yeah. And again, it depends. You've got some people who, I guess it depends on the extent of your renovation. Are you going to like kill off all your grass and then grow new grass, or are you going to just overseed, maybe leveling and overseeding? I guess it really depends on what type of full renovation you want to do, because, killing off the grass is going to take some time once you start coming out of spring, and then to try to go and replant it in time for it to establish roots before the summer hits. You're really pushing it on springtime. So again, it's kind of a hit and miss question. Needs a little bit more detail in there to see what kind of renovation they want to do. Hey, what's up, Golf Course Lawn? Welcome.
Evening, fellas.
What's up, brother? Hey,
man, I couldn't resist. You guys all want a real mow, and so I thought, man,
it's not real low.
Real mow, but not real low.
Yeah.
Olee says.
Well, then if you're going to let it get shaggy, then are you really real mowing? Can you really say that? I don't know.
I think you'd get a cleaner cut.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I think that's what real mow's all about, is to get that nice scissor cut,
less disease and problems, stress.
I tagged Nate in a story this week. I actually rotary cut my backyard just to mess with him.
I saw that story. Was that after you cut, or was that before you started cutting?
No, like I actually cut the whole thing with a rotary mower.
I mean, like the picture. Did you take the picture after you cut?
Oh, after. Yeah. So.
Oh, it looked good. Looked good, man.
Well, hey, let me ask you a question that I got in one of my stories. Bert in the Dirt asked, how long have you guys been invested in lawn care? I guess he's asking, how long have you guys been mowing your lawns and kind of, had a level of like interest, and like, how long have you guys been doing lawn care in your yards and whatnot?
That's a good question. And I know we had a comment on our Instagram page, and it said, how many of you mowed your lawns as a kid?
Oh, yeah.
And,
That's a good one too.
It's actually from my mom's business. That the question was. And it is because I never mowed the lawn as a kid. I was into sports. I was into girls, that's what I was doing. I had no time for the lawn. I was either in sports or hanging out. So she get the kick out of it that I never mowed the lawn when I was a kid.
Oh man.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to one of these days. We're gonna need that story of how you transition from like not worth it to like, ooh, this is what I like to do now.
Like I would help my dad fertilize and stuff, like pushing the Scott spreader around like 2-3 acres, and he'd get real pissed at me if I made my line crooked, like like, or I think I spilled some once, and so I knew I had a little love for it, but
Now, see, I remember when I grew up, my older brother started like a lawn mowing business, and then he graduated high school and moved on and to college and stuff like that. And my dad took it over to kind of do on the side on the weekends. And so as we got older, we would go help him. And I remember, 8 years old, 10 years old, out I wasn't the power raking. My dad he was smart, and he actually did the power raking. And then we followed up, raked all that dead grass up and put it into trash cans. So, for a very, very long time, and I even mowed our own grass and stuff like that too. So for a long time, I enjoyed it. I don't think I had it to this level, right? I didn't have it as a hobby, whereas, I was really looking into all the nitty gritty stuff, and really not even in my 20s, I was looking at it that way either. It just was, go mow the grass, and I always did it in like the little square pattern, right? I didn't know anything about these back and forth and single, double, single, whatever. I just would go around to the border and keep going in all the way into the middle. So, as time goes on, I don't know. Is it something as you get older, you become a dad and you just, is it just a flip of the switch that kind of happens that all of a sudden we become grass hobbyists?
When it's your own mower and you got to go out there and do it yourself, like, well, might as well look good.
Right.
Yeah. When you own a house and it's your house, it's like, that changes everything. It's like, I lived with a roommate for a while. He owned the house and I paid him rent, and he was obsessed with his lawn. I'm like, dude, you're an idiot. Like, and then now look at,
Yeah. How about you, Aaron? Did you mow as a kid?
Did mow as a kid. I mowed for money as a kid, but my wife and I, our first house we moved into had zoysia, and man, that was just a kickoff. And then from there, Bermuda, and then now I'm playing around with all the different grass types. I got Kentucky bluegrass in the back, perennial ryegrass in the front. So cool season, warm season, rotary reel, all just trying to play around with it now. My kids are always outside though. And so
that's good.
I think, the older your kids get, it was like I could be inside and, whatever, but they're always outside playing. So I might as well be doing something while they're outside. So
that sounds a little bit like Olee too. Having his kids out there with him.
Yeah. Olee,
how about you?
You're always with it. When I talk to you on the phone, you got him with you. Like, so that you live that life all day.
Trying to make her listen. But
I imagine, Olee, you were the kind of guy that was out there in the yard as a kid.
Yep. When I mainly grew up with my grandparents. My brothers and all were all into, other things or whatever, but I stayed with my granddad. So I got to mow his yard like every Saturday. And it was an old simplicity, a lot like what, similar to what Zach's got or whatever. Couldn't tell you the size of the deck at all. I don't remember that part, but I made a whole $7 mowing that yard, and it took an entire Saturday. And then we'd go to Burger King. So maybe that's where the food started too. I don't know, but I always wanted a nice yard. I actually bought my mower before I ever had a yard because I just wanted to have a nice yard, one day, and bought the mower, had it for about a year, and then finally bought a house. So, but awesome. Definitely enjoy it. Maybe one day I'll have it figured out where I can keep it consistent for an entire season.
So this is just a quick one here, but someone wrote us, any work going for an Englishman looking to get over to the U.S.?
What's the story behind that? Yeah.
Right. And he put years of experience. So
yeah. I had some kid, a kid that works at like a soccer stadium somewhere in Spain, message me and ask me if he could work on my crew, and I was like, man, I'm flattered, but it's just me and my house, man. That's so cool. But Nope. I don't think he spoke English very well, but
Nice.
yeah, that's crazy. That's funny.
Okay, so a little off topic on grass, but the 1/3 brasky, I guess. Other than
Yeah.
turkey, what is your favorite food item for your Thanksgiving spread?
Ooh, good
Because
one.
I see Stripe Life's in there asking people Coke and Pepsi and Skiffy and Jif. So let's move on to food. And what
He's got
other than
time.
turkey?
If he's got all this time to be in here,
Yeah.
I
he
know.
needs to get his ass on
And
board.
that camera on
Right?
it.
Come
You're
on,
wearing
man.
a shirt and everything.
Yeah, I'm gonna go
Olee.
take this
Now
off
you're
and
on
get
there.
another one.
Tell him to put his pants on and come get on the show.
We got to wear pants.
Yeah,
I guess not. Technically, right? That's the beauty of Zoom.
right. Don't stand up yet.
Mm-mm.
You know, for me, I'm all about the gravy, man. That stuff goes on everything. So that's
Gravy.
like I wouldn't have it without it.
Is it so my wife, when she makes the turkey and stuff, she actually uses the drippings from the
Mm.
turkey and turns that into a gravy. What other
That's
kind of
the best
gravy do
kind.
you guys have?
That's what my wife's family, they do like a
Same.
big old Midwest Southerny full deal thing, and that's what they do. And it's so good.
Nice.
And I'm a cheater all the way. I'm a Chinese food on the way, Chinese food on the
What?
way home. Yeah, I could care
Chinese
less.
Thanksgiving?
That's
Yeah.
funny.
Dude, it's a tradition my kids hate, but I'm like, we're in the Chinese
You're like,
drive-through. I
That's
could care
awesome.
less about turkey.
Yeah, that's cool.
Is it? Do you at least have like a tradition that you get the same kind of Chinese food?
Yeah, there you go.
So like months before, my family hates me. I'm like, we're hitting drive-throughs and I'm like, are you open Thanksgiving? Are you open Christmas? I'm narrowing it down, you know?
Plotting it out.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
I would say other than turkey for me would be stuffing. I love
Yeah.
the stuffing that goes with
Love to
it.
stuff it.
I could just do turkey and stuffing, right?
God, man. What about the green bean casserole, man? That's so good too.
Yeah.
I don't know. Aaron, I just don't get it, man.
Keep
It's
your
like
old
one
lady
meal a
stuff to
year.
yourself. Yeah, exactly. It's not good enough to eat any other time.
Oh man.
Those
Who
poor
put-
farmers
Nate
have been
put-
growing turkeys all year.
They put some Hormel ham in the chat. There you go.
Yeah.
Is
There
that
you go.
that
You can buy
canned?
like get that
Canned ham.
whatever the candied ham or whatever, honey baked.
Yeah.
Is that what that
Do,
is?
do you all do turkey? Do you guys use ham or anything else?
We'll smoke a ham and smoke a turkey.
Okay.
There you go.
Nice.
One time, my
Sweet
family,
potato
I
casserole.
don't know,
Yes, sir.
it was kind of like a reunion, but we all got together and we had different cooked turkeys, right? So you had the regular oven baked turkey, you had a smoked turkey, and then you had the deep fried turkey. So that was kind of fun to try out the different
What was the best?
flavors. I like the deep fried one, right? They get that crispy skin and stuff on it.
They make the
It's
best
really
YouTube videos.
Yeah.
The deep fried turkeys.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I know the
right.
first
I
year
think
I
so.
done a deep fried turkey. Man, you talk about making a mess.
Eesh.
But anyway, the first year I done it, sit out there, froze my butt off, watched it, was worried about all that stuff you were talking about. I actually had put it on a piece of plywood just to make sure nothing else crazy went on, had a fire extinguisher. I pulled that turkey out. It looked like Fido's butt. It was the best turkey, the juiciest ever. But
Ooh.
to look at it, it looked terrible. Like the way the legs hang up out of the grease. It had, burnt down to the bone and all. And I mean, it looked like a wreck. But man, it was delicious. And we had took in, oh man, I'm trying to think what you call it. Basically stabbed it up.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
That butter
squirted
injection
it,
stuff?
infused
Yeah,
it.
How was that? How was that again?
Yeah.
Say what now?
How do you do it again? Oh, okay.
But
So hey, we got well, yeah, you can keep going if you
no, go ahead. I'm good.
if we want to get out of this food topic real quick. I found one that I forgot I had, and it was from the Turf Nerd again. and he said he wants to know who's known each other the longest, and did we all know each other prior to being IG famous? And no, we did not.
Yeah. I look back and I actually remember Zach. I remember when I first started my account. It's been about a year or so, right? So a couple months before we actually started forming KOTG, but I remember seeing like you planting your backyard, or just, I was like, what's this backyard all day? What does that even mean? And then you just started showing like pictures of your backyard. I'm like, oh my gosh. And you said it was like, what is it, 20,000 square feet?
It's 30, yeah, and I was doing like 25, yeah.
And I was just like, oh my gosh, that is huge. And then I didn't know Olee yet, but I was like, man, that backyard just goes on forever. So, I kind of remember everybody now and again, and just kind of liking and being in the community, and liking and talking to people and following accounts, and then of course we formed KOTG. So
yeah, we did, and I don't even know who as far as the longest. Yeah, I remember just talking to everybody. I remember Brian, you were posting some I don't know, like gas cans or something. Maybe I remember seeing like earliest, and then I wrote when Bill, like, I swear you should look at your DMs. I think I wrote you when you had 300 followers, and I'm like, dude, you have the best reels. I was like, you have the best reels, and like at the time, like you had like 300, and then but I didn't know you had like 50,000 on TikTok at the time, because I remember when we were starting this thing up, I was like, yeah, man, Pharm Dad, he's got these sweet reels, and then I think Clint told me, he was like, dude, he has like 50,000 followers on TikTok. And I'm like, what?
That's funny.
But, and I remember talking to Olee about cucumbers like 2 years ago. And then that's about it.
I remember, I think when I first saw Olee's lawn, and I think he had quite a few thousand followers around that time. I was like, oh man, this guy's not going to talk to me. This guy, he's probably not going to follow me back. He's way too popular. He's got one of the best lawns there is, but little do we know, Olee's down to earth, right?
I talk to everybody.
Yep.
Yeah, I met all you guys.
I was going to say, I saw Drunk Lawn Guy in here, and so that was funny enough, because I remember somehow I came across his account before I knew Neighbors or before KOTG and all that kind of stuff, and came across his account. He probably had less than 200 or so followers, and I was like, man, that house looks somewhat familiar. It looks like it's a Utah house or whatever. So I started looking like through his posts and stuff like that, and I was like, okay, I think this guy is in my neighborhood. So, and I think I clicked follow or whatever, but I don't think he was real active on Instagram at the time, and then he started being a little more active, but by then I think we'd already formed KOTG. So yeah,
that's awesome. Yeah, that's crazy. Like, yeah, I connected with Andy. He messaged me on Instagram, and then he's like, "Yeah, you should, chat." We started a group chat on Instagram, and then he's like, "We should all do like, do a phone call and get on the phone or Zoom or whatever." And that's how I met Brent and Zach, and the rest of us just kind of came together. I didn't even know there was an online community really on Instagram. I would post pictures and hashtag whatever, tall fescue or something, or lawn care nut. Other than Alan Hain and those major guys, I had no idea there was a whole community of us, like, homeowners and, DIY guys out there. So like this show kind of helped me meet everybody that I've met. And then you guys, especially, getting the show. This year's been interesting.
Well, it's definitely helped me not to be as shy on camera. Like, I remember when we first started our little, I guess we were Zoom. Well, I think we started Zoom from the beginning, but I was like, I don't really want to get on camera, and just how's that going to be talking to guys? And it's not like
wants
a
to hear me
business
talk about
meeting or
grass.
something like that. So finally, I was like, I think I missed the first one, but then the second one I got on, and I was like, oh, this isn't bad. And then we put it all out there on YouTube, man.
How many followers are you guys at now?
On our KOTG account?
No, the YouTube. Weren't you
YouTube.
trying to get to
Yeah.
1,000
Oh.
subscribers?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Where
I think
are
it was
we at?
929.
29.
So
That's a good
we're-
reminder, Aaron. We should talk about that, Brian, a little bit. Maybe do a little.
Yeah.
What are we going to do when we hit 1,000? Why is that such an exciting thing for us?
Well, I think most people that are at least in the live chat. So for those
That's
that are
true.
listening later on, we have this ambitious goal to get to 1,000 YouTube subscribers by the end of the year. And so in help effort to do that, we have teamed up with some amazing companies to offer some giveaways once we do that. I haven't looked. I know we started writing down on a document all the different items that we have so far.
But we
I know
got
Nate
so
was
the
doing,
big. Oh yeah,
what's
go
that?
ahead. I said the
Oh.
big one that we haven't really talked about much is a lawn striper.
Yep. So some of you guys may remember Striper Steve, with Lawn Striper. He has come in to say that he's going to donate a striper for the giveaway. So we do
Cool.
have a striper for that. Mr. Soil Life, they are contributing a year's worth of nutrients,
Fertilizer.
Fertilizer, nutrients for your yard. That's a huge one. That's gonna be a big one to go. Nate's doing a Simple Lawn Solution gift card, $200 gift card. We got some Spiker Spreader ice balls in there, some swag from some different companies. But yeah, I mean, we're continuing to reach out to companies and they're continuing to contact us to add that. So I know, we talk about it and it seems like every time we talk about it on our live chat, we get, 3, 4, 5 people that subscribe. So we'll bring it up. Hopefully you guys can do that, but head on over to our YouTube channel. Well, I guess you guys are on there right now. But if you are listening afterwards on the podcast, hop on over. It's Keep Off the Grass Livecast, is the name of the channel, and hit subscribe. And really, we're not looking at it as to be monetized. What we'd want the 1,000 followers or subscribers is because there's more features that we can actually offer you guys in the live chat, other subscribers and stuff like that. There's a lot more cool things that we can do when we're on our live streams that we really want to get to that and offer that for you guys. So yeah, that's our 1,000 subscriber giveaway push right now. So 71, we only need 71 more people.
And is that all going to one person?
No, sir.
No, we thought about that, but we're going to break it up so a lot more people can win. We're going to share the love. So if that all went to one person, that would be pretty overwhelming, I think, but pretty awesome. For that one person.
You get like 4 lawn programs into one year.
Exactly.
Right. I'm good
Throw
for
the
like 4 years.
Throw the
man.
kitchen sink at it.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, you'd be surprised how many people do that.
Yeah. So no, we will spread that out. We'll spread the love so everybody has a good chance of winning at least something from that giveaway. So
yeah, we have to figure out what we're
to
gonna do and how we're gonna do it. But I like the idea of lots of opportunities to win something. It'd be fun.
Yeah,
I'm excited.
multiple winners.
That's cool. That's cool.
So a couple of people have been asking the live chat. We'll reiterate it again. Zach touched on it at the beginning of this. Is we are taking a holiday break next week, so we won't be on our regularly scheduled Tuesday, but we will start back up on December 4th, and we've got a fully loaded schedule coming up with companies. We've had a lot of companies that the guys met at GIE that want to be on, and some other people that we've reached out to that like what we're doing, like this KOTG community, They want to come in and talk to you guys in the live chat, kind of share a little bit about who they are. Some companies you know already, some you don't. So, yeah, we've got a lot of things lined up for you guys over this winter break, and it's going to be fun, entertaining, and you don't want to miss it.
Mm.
All right, what other questions we got, guys?
Ooh, let's see. I like the one. So there's one. Shane Cassidy asked, "What's the best way to get rid of ground ivy or creeping Charlie?" And I'm guessing he's looking for something maybe better than you would find maybe Home Depot, or maybe just getting the actual active ingredients. But I'd be curious too if you guys have an answer to that, because I've had issues and it's hard to kill.
I have not had to deal
I
with
don't
that
know.
yet here in Utah.
Olee.
Said
Yeah.
ground
Cross my
ivy.
fingers.
Yeah, ground ivy, creeping Charlie.
Yeah.
Speed zone, maybe.
Speed zone would be the first thing that would pop into my
Yeah.
head, but you maybe something that also contains some triclopyr. Like Chemical Warehouse has something that they call TZ. And I actually just took a picture of it today, the label. I got some because it's ester based and things are cooling off, and I want to clean up just a little bit of henbit. Let's see here. I'll send it to Zach. It's called Triad TZ Select, and it's similar to Speed Zone, but it also has some triclopyr in it.
Yeah, I was doing some
And-
Googling earlier, and it was like the things that you could find at Home Depot or like dicamba or the triclopyr. But I'd be curious to know if like they're not, maybe those little hose end sprayers are not concentrated enough or something, or maybe they're not working as well. So Speed Zone sounds interesting.
Lawn sauce says triclopyr. And speaking of lawn sauce, in the giveaway,
Oh,
Oh yeah.
lawn sauce is giving away his nuts once we hit 1K. So
Chocolate ones, right?
And they,
chocolate ones. It's
Yeah.
a
think it's a
$50
assorted pack.
value. Yeah, it's assorted.
yeah, they're like in a nice little basket, you know.
Yep. $50 valued giveaway.
Brian,
For
why are
his
you
nuts.
so good at cupping like that? What?
You don't want to know. But yeah, lawn sauce, huge shout out. That's awesome. He sent us a picture. We'll have to post that up for you
Actually,
guys to
yeah,
see.
here, let me try to get it
Okay.
up.
Yeah, Zach, pull it up. But yeah, so shout out to lawn sauce. We appreciate
Oh,
you contributing to that. And if anybody, I know he's given out to some people in the with his stickers and stuff like that. They got their chocolate covered macadamia nut. If you ever had those, I was in Hawaii probably, I don't know, 2.5 years ago or so, and man, I got addicted to those things. I need to do a sticker swap with them so I can get some.
I'm trying to
But
pull that picture up, Olee. But
you're still pulling it up.
I'm trying to pull this picture Olee what Olee sent me.
Oh,
Of a label. It is a jug, though.
That's a big jug.
It's a 2.5 gallon.
well, that actually is one of the questions that I think Bill got was, what's bigger, Zach's deck or Ole's jugs?
Tight race.
Mm.
Tight race.
Yeah.
That'd be
Probably
Neck and neck.
Olee.
just depends on what you prefer, right?
I'd much rather prefer jugs over a deck. I don't know about y'all fellas, but
All right, so
Okay.
that's the what we're talking about.
There you go.
Vinyl ester, triclopyr, dicamba, and yeah, okay. Is the sulfatrexone, is that the Speed Zone?
Sulfentrazone.
Sulfentrazone, is that the Speed
It's,
Zone component?
Yeah, that might be. I mean, that's more for like
Yeah.
like what sedges and kind of hard to kill stuff like that. Onion grass.
Okay.
At least what I know of it.
Sure.
Don't need people making videos debunking what I'm saying.
Fact check. Earth Truth Backyard All Day Edition. Oh, sweet.
What else was I going to pull up? Lawn of the week.
Yeah, we
Nuts.
do need the lawn of the
Ooh.
week.
We do need to
Oh
do
boy,
that.
here we go. Here we go.
Everybody in the chat's waiting.
Right.
I think I saw him in the chat too. No spoilers,
Oh.
but I don't know. If he's still in the chat, I don't know.
So let's take a minute and actually explain KOTG lawn of the week, because again, most of you guys are veterans, right? We all know what it is and how to do it and whatnot, but we got a lot of newcomers that show up and they're not quite sure. But we have had the pleasure of partnering up with Pro Pete Fertilizer, and they have graciously sponsored our lawn of the week. And what KOTG lawn of the week is, we're looking for the best lawns out on Instagram right now. Who out there has the best one? So if you feel like you have the best one, put hashtag KOTG lawn of the week on your post or your story. Actually, not your story. Let's do it on our reel, because the stories disappear after 24 hours.
Yeah,
Now,
you
one of
could
the things
link
we
to a
want to
post,
say,
but not need an actual post.
yeah, the post will stay and your reels will stay, but your stories disappear after 24 hours and we can't see those. All the guys are following hashtag KOTG lawn of the week, and so we are looking it up and we're shooting our favorites into the group and let everybody look at them. However, sometimes we come across an account that maybe 2 or 3 of us are following, but the other 5 aren't, because it's private. And so they try sharing the post and the other ones can't see it. And so whether we follow that one private account or not. So please, if you have a private account, turn it unprivate for a week so that the rest of us can see your awesome looking lawn.
Or you can just
And-
totally embrace the lawn care nut life and create a lawn account
Yeah, there
and
you
just
go.
submit there.
Yeah. And we know quite a few people that have done that, right? A lot of people have come over to the lawn care community side and made a dedicated lawn.
Carl's
So,
Carl's Cut and Slice, I think, was the last guy that made
Yep.
the change over. I don't know if he's in the chat.
Neat.
yep, Carl's did it. He changed it up, so we'll see some pizza stuff from him later in the winter. But yeah, so KOTG lawn of the week. So make sure you guys are hashtagging that. That's the only way we find you. We don't look up the KOTG lawn of the week club hashtag. We don't look up KOTG hashtag. It's got to be KOTG lawn of the week.
Hey, Lawn
Oh.
Sauce asked if it has to be a current week picture.
We wouldn't be able to prove it. I mean, unless it's
Yeah.
like in the
Yeah.
in the middle of the winter. I will say so. I mean, yeah, like in the middle of winter, if you use a picture from your best looking, we're gonna know. But I will say, like, everybody in here who has an account, a lawn account, I mean, in the chat, in the community, everybody's creative as shit. I mean, everybody's super creative. So, like, if you have a dormant lawn or you have snow on the ground, get creative and just see what, we talked about Christmas lights, but I mean, do something crazy. Like, we'll, if somebody went out there and, like, you could get lawn of the week other than just looking good. So, let's see what you guys got.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, we're
I
gonna
like
have to
that,
get real
yeah.
creative in the wintertime. So have at it.
Paint it. I want to see someone paint it.
Yeah, or like
We
you
may
said,
finally
on the
get a,
snow, if you did like a snow angel or something, or wrote KOTG on your front
Yeah.
yard in the snow, hey, that's cool too. Just
Mhm.
put that in your hashtag.
It's
All right,
it's
so
lawn of
we're
the
ready
week.
to announce it. Ready to pull that
Let's
up.
do it.
All right, so with the group consensus, we have chosen Steel Cut Lawn.
Hey, you.
Ew.
That was looking nice.
Yeah,
He put-
congratulations, man.
He put that's his last mow.
Welcome to the club.
So a lot of
Yeet.
people are on their last mow right now.
I think he's an Ohio brother.
A house.
Finally getting some more Ohios in there.
Steel cut. Yeah, that's Ohio.
Awesome. Congrats, Steel Cut. That's
Yeah,
looking
it looks
pretty
nice and thick.
Yeah, that's nice.
Zach, are you still mowing? Are you still cutting right now, or when, have you done your last
Yeah.
cut of the season?
I don't know yet.
That's what she said.
I cut yesterday, and that was my front lawn. I cut my back lawn a couple days, I think Friday maybe, and we'll see. Like I'm not going to probably need to cut it again. I don't think I'm going to get much growth, but I'm probably going to do at least, like, there's still a bunch of leaves on the trees on my like on the tree line on my property line. I'll probably just go chop them up one day once they all fall, but I'm probably done. We'll see.
I got a notification my sprinklers ran this morning. So
Oh,
we're in it for a little bit longer.
That's awesome.
no,
I was
here,
going to
did
say,
you-
yeah, like this.
I mean, man, we got to find your picture real quick. We got to pull that up.
Did you
Yeah.
have blue muta? Is that what it is?
Blue meat in the back. So that's what
Yeah.
I rotary cut.
So what's in
Um,
front?
It's a rye overseed.
Okay.
So
So you're going to be able to grow that all year then, right?
yeah,
where
it'll be
you're at?
green it'll probably I didn't get a great overseed in this year. I actually think I got recertified seed, but it wasn't labeled as recertified seed. And so I have a feeling it'll die out a little bit, or it'll brown up a little bit earlier. It won't completely die out. I'll have to kill it out, and I'll
Okay.
do that in March.
Is this something you've done every year as you do the overseed in the wintertime?
Yeah. With Bermuda, whenever it goes dormant, it just gets like all the little leggy things on it just track in. And with kids playing and everything, it just makes it so none of that like dead grass tracks in our house. And so wife likes it for that reason. And
Yeah.
Yeah,
No, that's
Pretty
what we
hard.
did in Phoenix.
that domination line is epic.
Yeah, that was awesome, man. In Phoenix is the same thing. So like you have Bermuda grass in the summertime and then it goes dormant. So everybody overseeds ryegrass throughout the winter.
Mm.
And so you can pretty much have a lawn all year round, which is pretty cool.
yeah. It is cool. I mean, like mowing sucks, when it's, for us super cold.
Mhm.
But like I have a picture last year, my kids were making snowmen, and as they're rolling up the snow,
Mhm.
it's perfectly green underneath, which was weird to me. But it's cool. And then I had to mow after it's, snowed. So
Was that a cool season grass over top of that warm season?
it is cool season, warm season, and the back is a cool season and a warm season at the same time, rotary mode. So
are you real cutting the front right now?
yeah, and I'll go back to real cutting the
And
back.
how tall?
It's still at 0.9.
That
inches.
picture right there that was so green is under an inch.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's impressive.
So I'll go back to real cutting the back.
And is
too.
that color without any iron or any type of NPK, or is that like its natural color, or does it have some iron or something, producing that color?
At seeding, I ran a 20 for a couple weeks, 1/10 of a pound, and post that it's had 4600, just straight urea on it. So
How much of a color pop does the 4600 give it?
I mean, I haven't fertilized that in probably a month, even at a low rate. And so it's just natural. It's just healthy grass. So, and I run the
Awesome.
4600 based on my soil test. I don't need any.
AMS.
Yeah, I don't want AMS. I want my pH to raise where I'm at, and so I don't do anything with that. But
That's awesome. Look at those shades.
Yeah.
She's crazy.
Styling.
She's crazy.
Oh, Olee, I don't envy you, man. You're gonna have your hands full for the
Oh
rest.
my God,
For the rest of what, 16 more years or so.
man. I'm a late bloomer in many ways, but I'm enjoying it. You know?
Yeah. Well, I think everybody else enjoys watching your stories with her and stuff. So
Mhm.
These are the Underhill glasses. I need to make a post about these. They're a purple lens, and they're supposed to show you stress and disease before it gets too bad. So this is
Interesting.
something I do need to make a post about. I took some pictures of them the other day.
yeah, it'd be interesting, next season to actually see them at work, like
Mm-hmm.
if they can actually detect the stuff that you were talking about.
Yes, sir. Because I mean,
So-
that way you can get ahead of it. If you're not on like a normal fungicide program or something, or water or whatever.
Yeah.
Olee, would you talk about drones?
Mhm.
A couple of guys are talking about it in the chat, but just I know Zach was asking about it a couple weeks ago, and
What now?
What
And
type
just-
of drone?
What
yeah,
about
what type of drone you use, and what have you found with them? You got a couple different types.
I like the DJI.
Yeah.
The first one I got was a Phantom 4 Pro, and it takes extremely good pictures because it has such a big camera. But it is not as, I guess, nimble and easy to like pack away and take, wherever you're going or do whatever. So the second one I got is a Maverick Pro 2 or 2 Pro. Now it is very, very neat. It's a whole lot quieter. It doesn't have quite the camera on it, but it folds up. When it folds up, it ain't but about this big. I mean, when it folds up, it ain't much bigger than this bottle. Thanks, Josh. But anyway, it's very neat. It's quiet. It's a whole lot smoother as far as like flying, where the other one is more quick. That Mavic is really smooth. As far as like, even if you letting, as far as turning and stuff, it just makes you a whole lot smoother as far as flying.
So if people go back to your Instagram account, you said there's the picture quality is different or the camera is different. Is
Yeah,
there a
like-
time where people could go back and look at the difference of that?
Like when you switch over to that one?
I think I got that other one in about 2020. So I've had it for a little over a year. I write the
So-
date on everything now, so I can go look at it and tell you.
Is that because you're old?
I am old and I can't remember, man. I'm 46 years old.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't believe that, but I'm 46. I didn't have a kid till I was 44, so
Right.
Man,
got a lot of practicing.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
A lot of practice.
at least that you know of. You ever done one of them DNA tests?
I think they would let me know. As a good buddy of mine says, Olee finally got one past the goalie.
Nice.
Shooting some blanks.
I don't know. That a real strong Jenga, ain't that what it is?
Jenga?
Yeah. Pull out
I
game,
think so.
Jenga.
The building block game?
There you go.
Yeah, I have 3 kids, so mine's not that strong.
Your Jenga tumbled.
Yeah.
What we got any other
Oh, let's see what
Questions?
else.
I wish there was a
like
like button where you could just like I'm reading everybody's comments. I don't get a chance to answer them, but I wish we
Yeah.
just had a like button. I keep like double tapping like I'm gonna like it. Don't work.
Saving it for later, right?
That's what they need to do. They need to have a like button on
Well,
here.
here's a good one from the Lawn Junkie. If we want to do another question, he asked, "Do you guys have any other hobbies besides getting out on the lawn and doing yard work and stuff. What if you guys weren't doing that? What else do you guys do?
So one of my biggest hobbies has been forever is photography, which is funny because I don't take a lot of pictures right now on my lawn and post it and stuff like that. I guess I haven't quite figured out how to relate those two to make photography in the lawn. But yeah, I mean,
a second account.
Yeah, no, I don't have a second account for photography.
You should make one.
Yeah, I probably should. I did have one on Facebook for a while because when I was down in Phoenix, I got really into it and was like taking photography photos of like families and stuff. We go out to like the desert and whatever and take pictures, family pictures. So, but I also like taking pictures of mountains and scenery and architecture and all that kind of stuff. So, I think lawn's kind of taken over that hobby, but it's still there sometimes. What about you guys?
Man, I love to take pictures. I just wish I knew more about cameras.
Yeah.
But I do. I love to take pictures and stuff.
I actually took a couple of college courses on cameras, how you could do, the f aperture and the f stops, all that kind of stuff. Change apertures around in the. So a lot of people just switch it to the auto, on those DSLR cameras and take pictures. But I was always in the manual and changed my shutter speed and changed the white balance and, all that kind of stuff to try to get the coolest picture that I could. But a lot of it comes down to photo editing. You got to have that software because you could just take a picture, but it's what you do with it afterwards and editing that really sells it for people.
So when you hit 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, does it open up the option to like people's comments in here?
No,
I think
I need to look and see what all the things are, but I know I thought the lives are more interactive in some ways.
We can pin if you log into KOTG, you could pin it up there, and I occasionally am logged in there and I'll pin some messages, but I mean, I don't know, sometimes it gets a little raw in there, so but I didn't see David Plucky tonight. Speaking of that,
speaking of raw, what are your guys' other hobbies though? Who else has hobbies?
Well, right now my son and I are rebuilding an old Jeep truck. I put a picture of it up on my Instagram. So,
what year is it?
It's a 1989. So,
that's badass. That's cool.
So, we've been having fun with it.
You build it from the bottom up, or you got it and you're just kind of redoing here and there? It's a total rebuild.
We bought a rust-free shell, and I bought another Jeep that was newer, and we've been retrofitting the entire thing. So, he's learned to fiberglass and weld and track down wiring and remake wiring harnesses with a multimeter, and he's loving it. So
awesome.
I enjoy playing Mario with my son. We're not building Jeeps or anything. He loves playing Mario on the Switch, whatever. We do that. I like to watch movies. We build Legos together. He's super into Legos, and then we'll draw pictures, do doodles and stuff, just kid stuff. If I'm not out in the grass, I'm either at work or at home with my family doing, whatever they want to do, without driving us crazy.
Was that Mario Kart, or is there actual like?
We do Mario Kart. It's not Mario Odyssey. It's the other one. Whatever the new like open world. You run around and it looks like the old school style Mario, but it's like he's running around in 3D. Yeah, it's fun. It's difficult, man. Anyway, I'm not a gamer anymore. I'm too lazy. Generally, I like to think I am. Mario Golf. We need that. That'd be fun.
Yeah, that looks cool.
How about you, Zach?
You guys got hobbies?
Yeah, I hadn't got to mess with any of mine lately, but that's going to be one of my New Year resolutions. Is I've got a couple old hot rods, and I'm going to take this little turd right here, and we're going to go spin some tires. She's
Yeah.
Well, I think she already knows about
she's
it.
already got a need for speed already. We'll go out and see if we can't do some 60 foots late at night or something.
She'll be like 6 years old and know how to. She'll hear an engine and know what size engine is and stuff.
Oh, she already now. She does the room, and she uses the correct foot for the gas pedal.
Nice.
So she's ahead of a lot of ladies.
She'll be TIG
Yeah.
welding and maybe have a junior dragster. She'll have a handful of stuff.
That's awesome.
Zach, you got one?
Yeah. I'm a musician. I play guitar. I was in a couple bands, Midwesting actually. He's not too far from me. We've played a lot of the same venues actually. He's in Fort Wayne.
Cool.
He's in Fort Wayne, Indiana, and I'm in he's in like northeast Indiana, and I'm in northwest Ohio. So we're like really close. Some borders. Yeah, when we were doing that whole metal mowing thing, that's kind of how it sparked, just because we were like, oh shit, yeah, I know that band name. And like we were like, oh yeah, we were there. And so yeah. And then other than that, I just enjoyed talking to a bunch of dudes once a week.
That's a pretty cool hobby.
And I'm in the lawn. Like if I have any free time, I'm in the lawn or doing any type of projects just to improve the home. That's what I enjoy.
Yeah, stuff around
like
the house.
anything just to do inside or outside, just improving the house.
Yeah. So Nate actually asked an interesting question in the chat. Whose lawn would you like to mow if you could?
Oh, I would love to try Olee's toys, man. I'd love to get out there and
I would
do his big ass
like
thing. Yeah.
I'd like to run the Airvator.
It'd be cool to real mow
Vibration.
too. I could
It's
real
a
mow
slow
Aaron's lawn.
process.
You could real
Yeah.
mow a little patch of it, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, like I was thinking, I was like, man, I'd like to, I think probably most people say Olee, but I think Olee or Zach's yard just because they're so big, right? So
Mhm.
I'd love to be able to take some time and mow.
It's if you're ever in Detroit next year, we got to plan that out so you can come over. But
Yeah.
How long does it take to mow your yard, Brian?
Oh man, probably an hour. Just because I trim, I do the edges and everything.
Yeah. we do too.
If I am not bagging it, so if I've been around for I'm not traveling and stuff like that, and I've had a chance to mow it often, probably less than an hour.
Because I mean, I don't mean like edging and weed eat and
Yeah,
all
just
that
mowing.
stuff, just mow. But I mow this in 2 hours here, and if you seen me mow it, you'd probably really know that I'm crazy. But because I mean, I'm singing, I'm hauling ass, I'm probably laughing or screaming at something, and having a ball. But what's really funny is like my neighbor across the street. He's super good dude, but he'll start mowing his yard, and I'll let my mower warm up. He'll be cutting, and I'll get started, and I'll be done before he's done.
Nice.
But it's just because of a commercial mower,
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well,
Yeah.
and that's the difference too. You guys are like 60 plus, and I'm only 21 inches. So, of course, it's gonna still take about an hour because I'm not. If, like I said, if I had one of those big mowers, if I had a 60-inch mower, it'd take me about 8
15
minutes,
minutes.
probably.
About 15 minutes. Time you got it warm, you'd be blowing it off.
Yeah, just bzz, bzz, bzz,
Yep.
and I'll be done.
I wouldn't actually mow by choice. I would get an auto mower. I want one of those robot mowers to play around with.
Man, get out of here.
Do you?
Yeah, I do.
Why?
Just
Curious.
I just want to see what it's like. That's all.
Yeah. See,
So-
I think I'd miss mowing too much. I don't think I could do the robot thing.
How high can they cut? So I was gonna look at this at GIE, and I just there was so much other crap going on, but like
So
I don't understand it. Like it have to be like a half inch or lower. I feel like.
the I don't know how high they cut. I'm worried about how low they cut. And you can get a kit on the Husqvarna that'll take it down to like 0.38 or 0.36 or something like that inches. They come standard at like 0.8 with as the lowest they'll go. And so I think that'd be cool to try out. And so Nate said real robot mowers can't stripe.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, you're exactly right.
But you know they're gonna build a striping kit for one of them one of these days.
No, the way they mow, it's like, I mean, it's like watching
Chaos.
Yeah.
They like
So-
go all zigzaggy and stuff. So I just don't ever feel like it's cutting. But I guess if it cuts all the time, that you
Yeah.
don't know where it's cutting, right?
I would imagine that would be ideal for somebody who's got a real nice flat short lawn where it just kind of goes out there and it's almost like rebuzzing your head every day. You know, it's always crisp and clean.
Right.
You don't have stripes, but you have this ocean of like perfectly flat, smooth green. You know, that's pretty sick. You know, I don't know.
So-
You'd never break the 1/3 rule.
Yeah, right.
That's true.
Now, like I watch Olee go out in his yard and he finds all these weeds here and there or spots and finds the army worms or whatever. But if you had this robot mower that was just going out in your yard, you're not looking at anything, right? I mean,
well,
you're
I
not
mean,
walking
you'd still
your
have
yard.
you'd still have to trim it, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not totally hands-free. And so
Brett Goodyear's trying one out, and so I've kind of been watching his stories. Well, I guess it's Alan's stories that he's going and rescuing the mower. I don't know if you guys have been seeing that. It's been throwing a lot of codes and stuff, and has to go over there every day to fix it. So, you know, if it runs over something or got stuck in the mud or whatever, then your
Other
mower
problems.
no longer is working.
what kind of yards?
It's like the outside version of a Roomba.
Yeah, what kind of yard's got a pile of mud in it?
Yeah. Florida, I guess, and a lot of rain. I don't know. But no, that's interesting. But you know, like you said, Aaron, that's the way the world's headed to right now, because the guys at GIE saw it all over the place, robotic stuff all over the place. They had, I saw a skid steer being driven by an iPad by somebody standing off on the side. So
Yeah.
Do you guys
Sure.
follow Right Manufacturing? They make like stand-ons and stuff like that. That
Yeah,
dude's got
I got
like-
videos of it.
like this autonomous mower thing or remote control or whatever. I'm like, dude, if I had a big yard,
actually, I got
that's,
it on here. I'm on my computer. I got it.
that's
How
legit.
expensive though, man? This thing's got to be pricey.
it's kind
That's
of
the
like
whole
that.
point, to get out there and
Yeah.
enjoy it.
Yeah.
Isn't there
I
like
do
a
enjoy it.
mowing simulator game or something like that? I feel like
There
that's what it would
is.
be like, right?
Yeah.
You would just sit on your couch and you would drive your mower to mow your grass in the backyard. So
I'm not saying I wouldn't mow. I would want to play around with it.
yeah.
I mean, if it,
Check this
you
out.
know,
Hey, buy a drone. Hush up. Buy a drone.
There it is.
You guys see
fly.
that?
Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh,
Look
that's
at
wild.
that, look at that thing. He's just driving it.
yeah, that's nuts.
Yeah.
You could put a stripe kit on that.
Yeah, it's good.
I feel like I couldn't mow it straight though.
Take some
So it looks like
practice.
somebody could stand on it if they wanted to, but then it's also got remote operation.
Yeah.
Yeah,
guess.
that'd be like one of those bulls in the bar though.
Ooh, yeah.
No.
Buck you right off, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm gonna stay quiet on that one.
All right, guys. So we're approaching about an hour and 20 minutes into this. Any other questions that you guys wanted to touch on that you guys saw maybe or got?
I think we
Thanks
did a
for
good job
letting me,
of getting through a lot of them.
Thanks for letting me jump in tonight, guys. Zach, I appreciate the heads up, and been
Yeah,
a good time.
I would have gave you a heads up sooner if I known.
Appreciate you jumping on.
Yeah. It's been fun.
All right, guys. Well, happy Thanksgiving to everybody. We won't see you next week, so enjoy your family time and Chinese food or turkey, whatever you got coming up this week. And we'll see you guys in December.
Hey, you.
See ya. That was a
How
fail.
quick.
What was that?
We're still live.
Oh, man.
All right, do that
Very
again,
good.
Ryan.
All right. And we'll see you in December.
Man, that was a fail
Pig.
again. All right, here we
Tacos
go.
and
We're
turf.
amateurs, guys. We're amateurs.
All right, let's lose Hawks.